representing the renowned boxing family from Coachella, California in the United.
They'll be fighting under the lights tonight. What a unique environment as we get set for this high-energy showdown.
You can hear the noise, you can hear the fans. I've been to many, many fights like this, and it's very, very eerie.
No doubt about it. This was the... And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That jab doesn't score. They better start respecting each other's punching power. That punch landed. Have you ever danced with the devil under the pale moonlight? That's what these two men are about to go through as they've been talking so much trash on social media. It's time to settle the score.
These fights are about to block themselves off and say, right, that's it. Keep out of it. Now it's fight time. The whole day, everybody's been waiting for these two. This is it. This is serious.
Good counter punching. Big swing and a miss with the hook. There's a counter shot. How about that time counter shot? Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good punch. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
And he scores with the counter. No rest for the weary. They exchange punches. No rest for the weary. They're both trying for a knockout. Catch and shoot. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Now you're going back into it. Now it's a tough...
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good man. Good man.
Go out in the first minute, stick him on the end of that jab, and then just start carrying.
Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking for that one shot or
in his tracks. I need you to get back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back. Get your focus back. Get that jab back. Just box in. Be smart.
Get out. Go out there and finish it.
On to the second round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
That one lands. Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Nice counter. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. He's got a massive reach advantage. Let's see if he uses it.
You cannot beat a good old-fashioned long jab. Nobody can get past that.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Jab does not score. His jab just got blocked. Nice slip to avoid the jab. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
On to the third. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You could write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Courage on display here is incredible. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter shot. Good counter punch. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
That counter shot lands. Don't want to trade shots. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
There's the bell for round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Those counter punches have to hurt. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
That counter punch caught him clean. A straight right just misses. A perfect counter lands. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter shot. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. These two fighters are made for one another. Through the left uppercut, but it misses. Straight right just misses. Defense is not an option for these two. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab back. Just boxing, be smart.
Back into the fray here in round 5. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
That punch is beginning to take its toll. Swing and a miss with that jab. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
fighter will say no mas. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And down goes the towering Inferno. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4. Can you continue?
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Get focused, get your minds on the job, get back out there and win the round. Get out.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Just keep him on the end of that.
Right, let's go out there.
There's the bell for round 6. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
A perfect counter shot. The jab doesn't quite connect. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The straight right just misses. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Oh, and this is really going to rub him the wrong way. Well, this won't sit well with their opponent. Now going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Good work. Now that's it. Now breathe. Just get your breath back. Good.
Go back out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab.
You're looking for that one shot or anything. Just set him up and you'll take him out.
And switch on. Get this boxing back together. Get your mind back on the job. That's a terrible round, that is. Come on, you let him back into the fight. You're much better than this guy.
It's the same again. Don't change too much. Just keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
Back together. Put him back on him this round. I need you to switch.
Still landing your power shots. Good work. And don't forget the jab. And don't get carried away.
Switch on, switch on. You've been coasting this fight.
Good work. Just keep them on the other end of that.
The referee calling for seconds out.
Take that confidence away. Go out.
Here we go. It's round 7. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You won't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Away. Both men step back for just a moment. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Misses with the straight left. Just missed with that hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Relax. There's 1-2 straight down the middle.
It's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it.
Great round. Good man. You say focus? Go on. Don't let him back in.
Get your focus back. Get that jab back. Just box in. Be smart. Just get your shots off. Don't give him anything. Go back and win the round. Right?
And there's the bell to start round 8. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? He misses with that straight left. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good looking right hook, but that was blocked. His stamina is off the charts. Not a lot of defense here at all. Through the straight left, but it won't score. His stamina is off the charts. Punch, counter punch. You gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Momentum, they got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, make look so easy.
Getting back into it. Right.
Great hook. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. Just keep him
Smart when you go out there.
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Jab misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? You'd like to see more jabs. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could. So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.
Fight on by the grill, I'm like I'm Joe. Always tryna fight on by the. Always tryna fight on by the grill, I'm like I'm George. I'm coming for that dough, soon as I walk, they making noise. I'm walking through my city, they like boom, by 3-0. Knock them out in 60 seconds, like I'm using cheat codes. I just want that money, like I'm money made. I might pop my jack, then uppercut, then he up on my way. With my belt, discount double check, undisputed champ. I'ma walk inside your gym and take over. I'm new to camp. Yeah, I'm new to camp. Sitting ringside with my dog on what coach flick. Underdogs coming out on top. Got them so sick. 1, 2, 3, I think it's over. 4, 5, 6, he leaning over. 7, 8, they bout to ring the bell. 9, 10, pack them up like mail. It's over. 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 UndisputedBoxing. I'm undisputed, undisputed. UndisputedBoxing. I'm undisputed, undisputed. It's over. 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 I'm undisputed, baby. It's over. 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 I'm undisputed, baby.
As expected, fully packed here tonight. All the seats have been sold. We're live at the Empire Fight Camp. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Up first is Juan Manuel Marquez, 5'7" tall with a reach of 67 inches, and he'll be facing King Ryan Garcia, 129 pounds, 5'10" tall with a reach of 70 inches.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument.
Juan Manuel Marquez. And how about this man? Not only a pound-for-pound fighting great, but when it comes to entertaining fights, there may be none better than this man. King Ryan Garcia. They also call him Flash, fighting out of Los Angeles.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, and now from Mexico City, here is the Hall of Fame 4 division.
You've heard of people dancing underneath the moonlight. Tonight, it's a fight underneath the moonlight, and what a fight it should be.
The fans are getting desperate. They want to get involved in this fight. And now, the action's about to begin.
Under the bright lights. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. A perfect counter shot. That right hook catching air. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Punch, counter punch. The fans have been waiting all day for this one, and they are highly hydrated. What an environment it's going to be tonight underneath the stars.
How picturesque is this, Todd? How perfect is this? It's perfect for us, not for the fighters because they're the ones getting hit, but for us, how picturesque is this? This is what it's all about. This is the beauty of our sport.
Marquez is hurt. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nope, that uppercut does not score. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. No rest for the weary. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter-puncher smart.
Nice counter-punch right up the middle. Just missing with the uppercut. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Just get your breath, all right? It's only one round that you lost. Don't worry about it. But you'll take him out. He's too tired. He's not getting back up. Now, come on. You're way better than that guy. You've let him back into the fight. You're not even in the same league as him. Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and get back out there and win the round. Work.
Doing good, kid.
And there's the bell to start round 2. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Swing and a miss with that jab. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Got out of the way of that right hook. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Well done with that counter shot. Jab gets blocked. Nice counter shot. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
And he fails to score with that left hook. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nope, that hook won't score. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. There's a counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Marquez in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Great round. Now relax. Relax. Back, all right? Good. You've been coasting for this entire...
Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work.
Confident.
On to the third. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. So far, the offense has been better than the defense. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use pain as a draw.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
How about that time counter shot? Missing with the hook. And he scores with the counter. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You don't want to trade shots. Nice counter shot. Nice punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. Counter, a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Nice round, good round. I like it. I'm happy.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
What a punch. Miss with that jab. To score with the uppercut. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Counter punch. Swing and a miss with the hook. Beautiful counter shot. Solid punch. Perfect counter lands. Do you believe what we are seeing? That counter shot lands. Nice counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
All that work in camp, you got to get out there and don't forget the jab.
And there's the bell for round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, you know, with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
They exchange punches. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Catch and shoot. Good defense stopping that jab. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
That's lights out right there. One, two, three, four. Listen, are you okay?
Did you see that? Right now, the Flash is seeing flashes after... They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Is there any way back into this fight after the beating he has taken so far?
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good?
Let's start the 6th. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
I have no idea what they have left. How'd you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Nice counter punch. That hook was off target. I wouldn't be surprised if they stopped this fight considering the swelling and the bruising. The referee takes a look, and he says, let's get it on. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Carrying away the right hook. That right hook won't score. Perfect counter shot. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Only catching air with that hook. That jab doesn't score. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen this.
Round 7, here we go. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
I need to see that again.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.
sunshine to come home. Lord, please bless my castle of sand. Waiting on a battle, so a handle all in my hand. The war force is more toward my door with demands more important than the